Hey guys, Fractus Smuggler here. I'm going to be doing just a replay cast, I guess, and a analytical view on a video. It's one I've done before, but not very in depth as I was asked to do. It's for Continuum Esports again, but this time I'm going to be going really in depth. I'm going to be talking a lot about your positioning, about your movements. I'm going to be talking about how you should be initiating fights and how you shouldn't be. Some of the things you did right. Won't really focus much on the draft this time. The previous times I did. This time I really didn't. Um, in saying that, oh, this will probably be a bit more in depth, um, and will most likely be of a decent length. So let's get into it straight away. So I remember talking about your draft last time, and there was a lot of stuff that
Reserved.
you could definitely work on.
Reserved. Templar.
I think, as I said before, this was a very weak pick. I don't feel that could do as much as you needed to be done. It's very greedy. If when you put those two together, they're very greedy. So, um, in saying that, this was not probably the best one. You needed a range support with with some form of DOT or a stun. I honestly think an ogre would have been amazing here since he has very, very high armor. He starts with 8 armor, which is ridiculous. You needed a range stun, but in saying that, I think maybe a lion would have been a little bit better um, than the silencer, just for that extra initiation. Um, Even though you've got a fair few forms, the game went the way of Shaker not finding any farm and feeding a bit. So uh, I feel that this could have been changed up, and you would have had a lot easier early game and mid game. Um, this was the strongest pick. This was the pick that won you the game. If you didn't have the Phantom Lancer, you probably would have lost this game. The Storm Spirit was decent, very well done. Itemized incorrectly though, which is just, I guess, how that happens. Let's get into the game, but I'm gonna talk about your offlaner a little bit as well. But we'll just get into the game and see how things work out. So, um, here we go. Let's let's do this. Your item buying should be around 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so at max, it should be like this guy was quite quick. You guys gave what he needed, but at max, it should be 15 seconds, and it should preferably be around 10 seconds. And you guys have taken 10 seconds up about now. So that was decent, but your PL and your silencer need to be moving a lot quicker. Also, you should have already planned out your movement and pathing. You should already have planned out who's going where and who's doing what. You should always go for, like, pick a rune and go for it in a majority. Most people prefer to do the safe lane rune, which is what you guys did. And then usually the offlaner does his own thing and maybe snags this rune if he's got some form of disruption that he can do. In this case, your offlaner thought he could go for the top rune, which was the incorrect choice. Every single time you need to go and get your pull ward down or your vision ward, it's just something you need to do. You can't go into the off lane without getting there first. So this guy went like this, which is wrong. That's 3 dank 5U or just dank. Dank needs to move pretty much at the minute mark. He needs to be passing usually the stairs to go for the block the pull camp. Also, you should be giving him a sentry, and you should start with a sentry. You really should. There's not much you can do about it, but If you don't start with a sentry, you're going to have a hard time during the pull camp period. Usually, the first minute or two, you won't have too much happening unless a big fight goes out. Say, if you go majority bottom and they decide to go majority bottom, then there's going to be a bit of fight, and then regen will probably be more needed. But you should always have you should always buy the sentries at the start. Um, let's have a look at this offlane here. Okay, so at this negative, so he's passing here at 58. He should be passing here at 58, pretty much. And he needs to head straight up, go in here, and then move up to about there, and then move up to about there, and then move across. And then as he hits about here, he should move down, right? Because you'll break vision at the last second. Usually it'll be a support moving up through here unless they move in 5 and then you're fucked anyway. But you break, so you move in here and you break vision from lane and from in there. Then you move up, break vision with this tree. Then you move across. So you're basically zoning your vision. So now you have vision through there when you're here and vision out here. And as you move across, now you've got vision going like this. And as you move down, you've got vision going up and vision going down, and it'll be here. You should be putting your pull ward usually in the trees here, or somewhere. Depends on what you like. I actually love to get 8 tangos, eat this tree, and put it down there, because you block the pull camp and you get vision going all the way to this tree here, and you get vision going all the way down there. So you actually have a little bit better chance of seeing rotations coming from the jungle, which is where they most likely will originate from. Um, let's go back to your block. Cogs first, right choice. Really got to get this block perfect. You want to have it so they're really all close together. Um, this was. Let's have a look. Let's just slow this down a little bit. As you're blocking, you want to see this guy. He's going to move out to the left. So what you want to do is you want to block this guy, move out, and then move out to the right. You should get it. Do not break this. This is bad. If you want to cogs, you want to cogs up so it's in line with this. And that way this guy is going to have to walk all the way around this way. And you also should not be hitting it out straight away. You need to be hitting it out just at the end of the duration. So you need to hit the back cogs out just at the end of the duration. Also, when you want to place a ward, you want to be moving in more and actually seeing some vision before going in. So, in saying that, that was a little bit of a. You've lost your lane now, so make sure you block very well to make up for it. The only way you can really salvage your lane is if you control your wave to such an extent that it's constantly here, and in doing so, you're pretty safe. 3 minutes 30. 3 minutes 30. I went a bit into where you should be moving and stuff, but 3 minutes 30, you move up, you go round, they come in. You move way too far up, you're well past the danger zone here. In saying that, this is just not smartest play. You need to really think about who's where and what's happening. You should not cogs here, you should wait. You cogs straight away. The better choice to do, as I always tell all my students, is break vision is your first priority on the off lane. You need to break vision. So as you come down here and you get stunned, and you see him, your first thought should be how do I break vision? So what you should be doing is either trying to go this way or out through there. So you had a tango and everything, you could have eaten that tree fine, so there's not much you can really do about that. So, break vision. So you actually have space here, eat a tango, or eat a tango here, or move up, eat a tango, break vision. And then as you go through choke points like these, that's when you cogs, places where they actually have to go further away to actually move around it. Running straight back down the lane isn't going to do you anything. You're not going to be able to get it. I think he gets the kill here, and yep. So he gets the kill on you.
First blood.
It's just stuff you learn as you continually. As you continue playing the offlane position, you'll start to pick up these things. If you want me to do a video and really go into offlane and try and give as many hints and tips as I can do so. But the main 2-3 things that I can tell you to help in your offlane is always get a vision ward and a pull ward down, or at least a vision ward. If you can't, make sure your block is the best you can manage. Don't cogs out the front, always cogs out the back at 4 seconds and always hit it here. Make sure you move within your zones. So for example, this is your green zone, everything below here is your green zone. This is your yellow zone. Usually it's about here actually, but I like to move in a bit deeper and I get a pull from here. Don't ever go past your red zone without vision. If you have a vision ward here, or you have a vision ward somewhere up here, that's fine. If you do have to go past, always move in this way, because you can always block or cogs or jump or move or blink or whatever it is out through there, and you've got a lot of ways that you can escape. So remember those 2 things there. So 3 things, sorry. Observer or sentry, vision is better than pull. Remember your zones, and if you do have to go into your red, move out this way into your red, never go up lane to your red, and always try and control your lane to the best of your ability. 4 minutes 50. 4 minutes 50. You push the wave pretty heavy. Remember to reset your aggro. Reset your aggro. You can reset your aggro at any time. You took about 4 tower hits that you shouldn't have taken there. But saying that, you got the kill, which is fine. It was a nice kill. Well played.
Tower is under attack.
5 minutes 40. Positive coming from the off lane. You actually have the vision of him coming in, so you start moving down. This was a nice break here, by the way. Break vision, break vision. You've got your TP. Cogs is up. I would have waited for the TP to come out before doing that, because that was quite dangerous if they had maybe half a second longer on your.
Thanks.
Did she just use 2? No, she just used 1. I think that was you. Yeah, that was you. 6 minutes 30. This rotation was really weird. I don't understand it. Let's have a look. I guess you were smoked and you were waiting mid. You had no vision, so you had no. You had no dust or sentry wards or anything, so you can't really do much about that. You just kind of move top. I don't really know the reason why. 6 minutes 30 was the one I'm talking about. 20, 27. So you kind of come up here, and you're sitting here, and you've got two. By the way, that's I would always get a point in enchant totem just for the break of TPs. And I don't understand this. You fisher across here when you know he's there. That makes no sense. He can just leap over it if he wanted to get away. So I don't understand what happened there. That was a very bad rotation. You pretty much all died. Also, don't use cogs on a Slark to keep him in there. Try and use cogs on the Slark to get rid of his mana and to do some damage and to force him out. This guy stayed around. I have no idea why. I don't think you would even got kill. 175. Yeah, I don't think you would have got the kill. Maybe with Aftershock you might have, but never know. Let's look at 8 minutes 20. 8 minutes 20. This was a big one. Let's look at this. So we've got an initiation coming down from Spirit Breaker, which is obviously what's going to happen. He doesn't have 6 yet. You're doing the damage. Remember to always use your last word first, just in case they use something to get rid of it, then use your curse. But obviously he's not level 6 yet, so he doesn't have anything that really costs mana. See this right here? This is when... I'm just going to put this back. Okay, so in a fight, one thing that I always work on with teams and students, and even in my team, is your positioning, your current focus, and your situational awareness. Those are your 3 things in a fight that will either win you or lose your fight. So let's look at this fight at 2.5%. So he's dead. As soon as that goes down, you get 3 or 4 hits on. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's dead, right? So now let's have a look at your vision actually. Let's have a look at your vision. So you can see him. He's there. Let's have a look at what you're clicking on. You're clicking on to right click him. This isn't right. You have vision of this dazzle. Your situational awareness should realize that there's a dazzle there, and you need to go deal with him. Okay, this guy's dead. As soon as he got graved, you knew he was dead. There's no way he's going to get out. He has no mana. It's done deal. So your situational awareness should have been, I need to go deal with the dazzle. So if you moved up, let's go to free camera here. If you had moved up towards the dazzle, as you saw him come out, so I'm pretty sure you saw him come out when you're about... You hit a couple of times. Fissure's down here, by the way. You see him come out here, you should instantly turn and go for him. This constant hitting is not going to do anything. You know you've got the kill. So your situational awareness should have been to move up. The silencer's situational awareness should have been to move up, to go for the one that was out of position. This here should have been to move up towards your right. You keep going, and then you turn. And I don't understand that. It's nice to get the curse, the silent off, but you didn't really have to die there. If you just kept moving up and broke vision, you would have been fine. And this here is again situational awareness. You don't have, you actually do now, which is nice. You have stick charges, which is nice. You get the stun off. And stun. Lovely. So let's... So this guy, he should have been to move up. I mean, you would have died anyway, but there's not much you can do about that. If you kind of know you're going to die, then that's fine. Use as many skills as you got. This fissure here, bang. This Rami's focus was really not very good. He kind of goes, I'm going to go for this guy now. And he's up here when he turns. This is when he should have turned straight away. I don't understand why he didn't turn. You have the time to turn. You have the you're right there. You're right fucking there, and you don't turn, and you cost Wisdom his life by doing that. You went on someone where you had no mana for it, and they were too far away, and they have heal as well. So by doing that, you cost his life. Your situational awareness there was not the best, Rami. Wisdom's was nice. I like that he did that. He's got 3 seconds to get through this, but he gets stunned pretty easily. And then one more and he's dead. Yeah. And you go back in. This is where you should have just ran. You can't kill. She's got 5-star things of refraction up. There's nothing for it. So this fight goes on for a while. I think you finally kill her off. The jumping was very bad by the Storm. Most of this was just positioning and situational awareness and focus. You do need to call out your focus. You need to call out who and what you can do. That was a nice little juke there. But anyway, I'm going to move on to 11 minutes 20 now. 11 minutes 20. Look. 11 minutes 24. So, 25, 26. That was very weird. I don't understand that. Stun comes out on Wisdom. It's probably going to die from 2 or 3 right clicks. But anyway. So, you have time here to bottle. You have time to bottle. I don't know why you didn't.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As you're sitting here, let's have a look at your player perspective. You have vision of her. I don't understand that. The stun comes out, and you actually click on him. Maybe that was just to force them out of the way, but I don't agree with that at all. That was a really bad initiation by the Clockwork. If you had hooked her,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's have a look at your one pops up. One pops up. You're looking. You're moving. You fire. And then 2 pop up. See, this cost a lot of people their lives. I don't understand why you did that. So, if we run through this again, if you had hooked her and then knocked out maybe the side avenue or something, or the back avenue and ran down, or just held her there and died for it, you guys would have actually done a lot. This was really weird. I have no idea why you did that. There was no point to you going to him. You would have done a lot more just hooking her in. You cost Silencer his life there as well. Because by hooking in... Also, Silencer tried to man up, which was just weird. 1140 was really nice by Wisdom. I actually really liked that. It was very well played on the stun. 1330... 1330, you're doing a lot of damage here, which is nice. You get the kill on that one, but then if we look top, you get jumped. So at this moment, you TP. I don't understand why you didn't. So you're here, all of a sudden you see him at about... Probably about now. He's not invis. You start moving. You get the stun off. TP. You have TP. You pop magic wand. Start TPing. If you don't have a TP, you should have broke vision by going in through here. I don't understand why you just didn't TP. Maybe that was a panic. it just seemed very weird to me that you would just TP out straight away, considering you just stunned him for 1.5 seconds. You've easily got away there. 17 minutes in. Pretty sure it's 17 minutes in. Okay, so it's 17 minutes in. Have a look at this perspective. So he comes charging in. You see him coming. You zip, it breaks it, and then you go back in. That made no sense to me. You can't kill him without. It just. That was a really bad play. They shouldn't have got that kill. You should have just ran. You're closer to their tower than you are to yours, so the reinforcement time is very low for them, very high for you. They have an ultimate, which means it's a nice stun. You know, it's a nearly 1.5 second. Was it 1.5? 1.6 second stun and knockback duration of 0.5. So it's a 2 second, nearly a 2 second stun. Well, no, that's incorporated. Sorry. I don't. It's just, yeah, that was a bad play by Storm Spirit. Gave them a kill that they shouldn't have got, and it forced. I think you guys lost the tower. 2045. This was a nice fight. I'll go free camera. It was a really nice fight. This is where I think you guys could have done a lot more work. So you get the slowdown. You get the Q off, I'm pretty sure. Which is really nice, burning your mana. You have slow up again in 2 seconds. 1, 2. You still have vision. And you kind of just... Let's have a look. So you get the kill. You get the slow off, which is nice. Right click on one and then micro your illusion to block in front of her, which is really good. It slows off in one. And you could have gone again, but I don't realise why you didn't. Also, Clockwork could have moved down to the side and gone for a hook. So you just killed 2 people. They've only got these 3 left. They don't have a tower to fall back on. You could have actually definitely got 1 or 2 kills there. This was just retarded. That was, I have no idea why he did that. Yeah. Don't do that. You had no backup. If you got the hook, you would have died. You just wasted a 65-second ultimate cooldown. That was really stupid. Don't do it. 24 minutes in. Oh, this fight. Okay. Okay, so you're just chilling down here. I think they smoke. Do they smoke? Yeah, they smoke. You pinged him out even. I'm pretty sure one of you pinged him out. You don't have vision though. You do Roshan? Yeah. Okay, so you pinged it out like you know it's there, and then Storm just zips in and loses all his mana. No idea why.
Roshan has fallen to the
It was nice. I remember you grabbed the Aegis, which was really, really nice play by the Clockwork. But that wasn't needed. I remember going over this in the previous video. That really wasn't needed. You just cost yourselves 3 kills, and or you would have got a free Aegis snatch, which would have been really strong, and that would have been amazing. But you just cost yourself 3 kills and 3 ultimates, pretty much, which was really bad. Think about what you've got, what you can do, and what you can't do. 26 minutes.
Raid
26 minutes. This fight. Okay, so you've got 4 here. It's a nice amount. You're getting charged. You see him go silence and jump. This was the right move. I really think this was a very well played move.
My dazzle
Um,
darkens.
You zipped away from your team.
No great shakes.
Made no sense to me. Always zip towards your team if you're on low HP. You could have only done Bloodstone then.
Let the fun begin.
So, and then you zip away. Like, you've got people here, and this is towards their base. Why zip that way? It makes no sense. You can zip this way and go through the trees, giving you guys red access. This TP was just... God, I don't understand. Silencer needs to be a bit more decisive. Going back and forward like that wasted about 4 seconds. Also cost him his life. Same again. Something that it took me a long time to get rid of, and it took a long time for me to get my students to get rid of, is this whole, oh, we're fighting, I need to go help. Don't. Really, please, just don't. There is no reason for you to go in and feed yourself away when you could be farming and trying to increase your efficiency. So, but Clockwork could have lived here. As you go down here, you used your... So you got 7 charges, you're full HP. You got a bottle charge. That he really didn't use that. The blink forward. Okay, so remember how I say break vision. Go in between here and then go down here. Your cogs would have been a lot better in this area than it would be here. So break the vision, remember to break the vision, then use the disabling ability, then move and TP. So you would have cogs, hit one out, moved down, gone here, TP'd. They would have blinked here and maybe gone this way or blinked and moved. They wouldn't have had the time. So always remember to break vision if you're getting chased. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is
That
under
fight
attack.
shouldn't have been lost. You guys shouldn't have lost that fight. Even then you could have just hooked to ancients. If you didn't have a TP on you, even though you did, you could have hooked to ancients and got
Structures
out.
are fortified.
44 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
up until this point, let's have a look at this net worth. Up until the 44-minute mark, it was kind of even. Well, not really, but you guys made a nice comeback. The gold evened out as well, so when I said it was kind of even, it was nice. You were quite behind, about 5,000. Not that much, really. That's like 1 or 2 big fights. So up until that moment, 44 minutes in, you guys were trading and positioning, and just your general movements weren't the best. But they weren't punishing you hard enough for it. Like, there was a fight here where you lost 3 and the creep wave for them was all the way up here, and then they went down bottom and tried to go, like, they pushed up, and you guys just defended decently enough, I'm pretty sure. They didn't even do anything from it. Up until this part, this 44-minute mark was when it really started to swing. 44, here we go.
Radiant's
So,
turret
44
has been
minutes.
killed.
You guys all moved down, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was 46 minutes. Okay, this is it. So, probably would have been better to go 4 stuff. as I said before, really, really weak silencer pick, because they have a lot to deal with it. Your jumps are too long again. That jump all the way down was not needed. You could have just, he had to move back this way anyway, so you could just come back through here. PL just was too fat by then. I mean, he had a Scardy and Manta and all kinds, so the BKB's come out and he just killed everyone. Storm was moving quite decently up until this point. Like, it was just a bit rough to watch. That's all. You did really well. This fight here, where you got 2 cores and a support with no buyback, I'm pretty sure. 1 buyback, no and yes. So 1 without buyback down for 30 seconds, the other with buyback down for 68. They were a bit pissed about the PL pick, but they just got to get used to it. You went Scardy, which was a very nice pickup, by the way, and Helm, which means you're going Satanic, which I didn't really agree on, but anyway. And then everything just kind of steamrolled from there. Your PL started moving a fair bit, really split pushing quite well, and you guys just rolled over them from this point. So a lot of the fights up until about the 44-minute mark were taken with like 4 heroes, not 5. Nice zip in by Storm, by the way. Really, really well done.
Where's the party? Over here now.
Storm late game is just stupidly hard to lock down. I don't necessarily agree with the Lincolns. They have too much single target to really go for Lincolns. I would have preferred a BKB. I feel you could have done a lot more work with a BKB. Even maybe a sheep would have been really strong. That was decent. Okay, so this is where you guys go for Roche and you pretty much finish it. And this is like the game is over at the 44-minute mark. You got a couple of good trades and that was it. So I'm just going to basically just go direct to camera here and talk about some points that I need to make. There was a real lack of initiation from your designated initiators. Like Clockwork should really be the one jumping in with Storm Spirit, and that didn't really happen. A lot of the times Clockwork was using his hooks ineffectively or not at all, or just using them with no use, just throwing them out there, so I don't agree with that. He needs to work on his positioning in fights. There were a lot of fights where he could have just sat off a bit to the side and just waited and got a really nice hook, and he would have turned these fights around. You guys should have won from early game pretty much, but you didn't. This fight was really nice. You kited quite well. PL just destroyed everything.
It will take more than that. Pudding pop.
That was just really nice, you guys, how you controlled going into that game. Your ES, your Earthshaker, really needs to search on finding farm. I don't understand how 50 minutes into the game he is such a little farm. It's something you guys really should work on, finding ES farm. Even if it's maybe stacking camps at the 20-minute mark or 30-minute mark or something, and letting him have it, because a lot of these fights would have been considerably changed with the Blink Dagger. Your Storm needs to look at shorter zips, or at least just using the activation zip for overload proc. A lot of these kills that he could have got would have been got with a lot less mana expenditure. Try to really conserve your mana as much as possible, unless you need to basically book it out of there to survive. Remember, once you have Bloodstone, you can use Bloodstone, so a couple of deaths there where you could use Bloodstone to the side and you would have been fine.
Here I am.
Dire's top barracks.
PL played really, really well, but he was given a
Dire's
hero
top
that they had no
barrack-
real
Dire's
counter
top
to.
barracks has fallen.
So,
And it's off.
in saying that, I mean, he was given a good
Dire's
environment
middle
to
tower
play in.
has fallen.
The Silencer did the best he could.
Dire's
I
middle
mean,
barracks has
look,
fallen.
his items weren't very good. He
Dire's
went
middle
mech.
tower
You
is
didn't
under
really
attack.
need a mech, even though they had a fair bit of aggression. You don't have a natural mech carry anyway. In fact, you probably would have been able to put it on the Clockwork more so than the Silencer. Silencer needs a mobility item. He has very, very bad movement speed already, so giving him that kind of item wouldn't have done anything, so not the best idea. If he went a Yules or a 4-staff or maybe a Glimmer Cape or something, this game would have been over a lot quicker. He was the weaker pick.
Is under attack.
Most of the kills kind of with these three. These two players here are quite strong, though they do make a lot of mistakes. These three are quite strong as well. They're just a lot of positioning and situational awareness. That was a really nice ultimate, by the way. Well done. He finally got his Blink Dagger 50-something minutes into the game. This game was over at 44 minutes, but if you could focus on those things, that'd be great. If you need me to do another one, I'm more than happy to do another one for you guys, but you did ask for this one to be done a little bit more in depth, so I have done, and I hope it helps you guys out. But yeah, well played. The draft on this was strong. We pick on Silencer, and you guys did really well to control the game and actually come back into it after a very bad laning stage. Anyway, GG, well played. Fractus Smuggler signing off.